turf hunt, a little bit of hunting on the land and then in the water. I've been finding, I'm surprised here, I thought it wasn't going to be too old, but I've been finding 1940s George Pennies and some young Elizabeths, but there's a lot of cedar forest here and pretty roach corroded, and most of them you can see the ears on, but take a look at this doozy we just spotted here. We've got that in the bank of the shoreline. Came up a really loud signal, and check this thing out. I don't know what this is, if it's a hinge, brass or copper. Could be off of a trunk, I don't know, but it's pretty ornate. Could be 1800s. Pretty sweet find. And I will see you on the next. Well, here's another little plug dug out of the lake bank. And check out what we got here. Looks like an old watch from the 80s. Cardinal quartz. Cool. See, oh, there's an interesting signal right here, and sounded pretty good, but I think it's just a piece of aluminum junk. That's okay. That's good for the scrap pile. And it's a beautiful day out here at the lake. I'm gonna try tufting over in there. I wasn't sure what it was like. It seems to be more rocky than sandy, so I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge. We'll see after we're finished on the land. Alright, so we are set for our lake hunt now. We got our sand scoop, and we got our waterproof headphones and Garrett AT Pro, and we are ready to go. This is what I was showing. This is what I've done to the sand scoop, putting a floaty on the upper end so it stays afloat. And put it down, it stays upright actually, so it's easy to grab again. And we'll see the look on the inside. Canadian coins up here, they're all magnetic, so we got a magnet in the bottom. We reused an old microwave magnet, so works pretty good. Unfortunately, it does get clogged with magnetic sand, so we'll see how it goes. I'll report back if I find anything significant. Well, I'd say we're off to a good start. I wasn't sure if I was able to get stuff out of the rocks out there, but I pushed the large ones aside, and it takes a lot of work, but I managed to get it out. In about 10 minutes, 2 young Elizabeth silver dimes. I think the year on the one is about 1960 or 1956, but the other one is pretty roach and I cannot see the date on them. That is pretty amazing. I figured by the age of the stuff here I'd find silver somewhere. So let's see what turns up next. Well, we've been here for a little while, and not too much after that. A couple silver dimes and a penny. Gold ring signals keep coming up, but they keep ending up fishing sinkers. But we got a really cool challenge. I saw a woman, she was out wading in the water, wasn't sure what she was doing, and then she called me over and said, "Oh, I'm looking for a lost ring." So I was put to the challenge of finding a lost silver ring, and guess what? We found my first ring find for someone. So I'm feeling pretty awesome right now, and she's on her way to come pick it up now, so awesome stuff. So we're back here at the beach, and she's come back to claim her ring. Let's go take a look. She's a little shy today, and that's no problem at all. Here, let's take a look. And it's back where it belongs. That is a huge ring, and it wasn't much difficulty to find. As soon as the signal went off, bang, I could see it shimmering on the bottom. So that's it, and pretty awesome stuff. We got one happy lady here.
Very happy.
That wraps it up for the hunt. This is our spot today. Beautiful place, and a beautiful lake. Sun is just setting, and that is our hunt for the day. We will see you back at home for the wrap-up. Bye for now. So here's today's wrap-up. 2.5 hours hunting on land with the Equinox 800 and 3.5 hours in the water with the AT Pro. So here's our junk pile for the land. Lots of bottle caps. A lot of this stuff is just eyeball finds on the surface that I picked up. A couple things I dug. This one thing in the middle there is, I think, copper or brass, so good for the scrap pile. This was the junk in the water, a couple shotgun tips, a couple pull tabs. I was very choosy about what I dug in the water because it was all rocks, and it took a long time to recover whatever my signals were there. So move over to the relics. On land we got this old watch, probably from the 80s. Looks like a lady's watch. This thing was pretty cool. Some sort of hinge. I don't know if it's a door hinge or what. I think this spot might have been an old fishing camp at one time. Hard to say. Some other things. A button, I believe. Brass button. This thing I'm not sure of. It's brass, but maybe it's off of a boat or something. Maybe you guys could let me know what it is. And we got some fishing weights here. This one I think is particularly old. These ones look pretty new. Here's another button I found too. Looks like it's off of a coat. And over to the coins. This place was all cedars, so there is a lot of roaching of the coins here. These are all the more modern, later 60s, 70s, 80s. This is a 1968, and look at how this one's getting roached already. Pretty crazy. I was able to identify most of them, barely. These are George VI pennies in the first row, 1950s, 1940s. This one I could barely make out what it was. It's just crazy, but I'm pretty sure it's a George. This was a water find, 1953. That was with the two silver dimes. These are young Elizabeths, 1950s. This one was a wheat penny. It has a 0 on the end of the date, so I think it's probably 1940. I find at least one wheat penny in every hunt, and this one just goes right along with it. So that's it. No, there's over to the coins. These were the water finds. Quarter, 1980s, couple 1960s penny, a zinc penny, and these were the silver dimes. They're both young Elizabeths. This one I can barely make it out. I think it's 1960. I could see it better when it was wet earlier in the day. And this one is just totally roached. I could barely see the young Elizabeth on it, but it's about scrap value for that one. Pretty crazy. And the jewelry finds. Well, we all know where that went. Right back onto that lady's hand. That was pretty exciting. It was great to get that ring back for her. And yeah, if you guys could do that anytime to help somebody out, I would highly recommend it. Bye for now, and don't forget to like and subscribe.